Famo, what's good? It's your boy Sean Nathan, and we back for another episode of TBB. I'm staying in the building. I closed out last year on fire. I'm starting this year on fire. I'm not stopping. I don't care what it takes. I will get there. So I need y'all help. Do what y'all supposed to do. Hit the button, like, subscribe. Subscribe first. You ain't got to like it, but definitely subscribe though. Subscribe, turn on the notifications, send it to somebody. All right, let's get these views up. Anyway, let's jump into it. Here's the thing. I have a lot of motivation to do certain things. My question for myself though is, am I motivated, right, before or during or after? Or do you have to see do you got to see some traction first? What kind of person are you? I think that for the sake of this conversation, there's stages to when my motivation hits. Let's talk about this, for instance. I was motivated to do this. I found motivation, bro talk, transparency, through Tim Ross. I saw Tim, and I was like, Tim is wicked. Like he's wicked in a good way. Honest, raw, it's what the kingdom need. Like, I'm praying and God was like, yeah, I need you to do a show because I need you to embrace the gift I gave you, which is speaking, all right? I'm a communicator, okay? So I'm like, all right. I was motivated. I started doing these in the car. No camera, all right? It was on my phone, and I had them on Spotify. All right, you could listen to them. You couldn't see me though. And then I kind of lost the motivation because I was looking at how many people was listening and whatever, and I didn't have the cameras, which I already owned the camera, I just didn't do it. So I had to reassert my motivation. And I was like, you know what? I found it again by the thought of what it could be. And then I found Manny. And the first 3 I did with Manny, I was like, and I'm sold. Like, I just knew that this is what I was supposed to be doing. And that gave me more motivation. So I'm gonna ask you, where and how do you find the motivation? And do you think motivation and inspiration is the same thing? That's a question, because I don't have an answer to that. If I had to spitball, I would say they're not. Because I would say listening to another communicator, another speaker could inspire me to do a number of things. It could inspire me to, you listen to a personal trainer, a fitness enthusiast, and they speak and they work out. Inspiration doesn't have to be heard, it can be seen. So they might inspire me to want to get in shape, but then I have to get motivated enough to get up and go to the gym. So inspiration and motivation are totally different now. Now that I'm saying it out loud, they're separate. And I'm sure Webster's will give you two different definitions. So what inspires you? Do you need to be inspired first or motivated first? I don't think they really matter, but I know they work kind of hand in hand. And do you have to see progress first for you to be motivated? So I'm gonna give y'all a little story, right? I worked with Pink Print firm. All right, shouts to Pink Print. Stormy, what's up? I'm still waiting on his grant. But work with Pink Print, right? Paid some dough to get these grants written. I was inspired by a business model to seek out funding. And then hearing her on a podcast motivated me to spend money with her company to do something that they have an expertise in that I don't, to get something done. All right, that was preemptive. I haven't gotten anything back from it yet. So, but I was already inspired, already motivated. I believe that when the grants come in, that's going to be another level of motivation. It's going to be like, yo, this worked. Because I know it's going to work. I just got faith like that. And that motivating factor, that motivation is going to take me to another level because now I'll do more things. But I had already started though. So here's what I'm trying to say is that some of y'all don't start things because you feel like, I had the motivation to do it. You know, so what? Like, you better find it. And some of y'all are like, well, I'll be motivated after I see some progress. You might not have no progress. If I was to lose motivation, if I base this show off of motivation by viewership and subscribers, I would have been stopped doing this. So you have to fight against that. Like, you have to have your own source of motivation. You can find inspiration from other people, from other sources, but I believe motivation comes from you. That's a bar. Inspiration is from outside yourself. Motivation comes from within inside. I can be inspired by seeing somebody, hearing somebody do something impactful, but that doesn't mean it motivates me enough to get out there and do it on my own. So that has to come within. All right, so I think with TBB, I'm trying to inspire you to get motivated. There has to be something that motivates you. Thank you, God. Holy Spirit, you dropping fire on me right now. So my next conversation is not about money, but like, does money motivate you? Because I'm not really motivated by money, but the lack of money makes me unhappy though. And the lack of money makes me motivated. That's a conversation. We're going to talk about that. But here's the thing though. Once you find and you hear and you gather the inspiration, I don't believe you should waste it. All right. I think there's a very, very small window between somebody being inspired and letting that correlate into motivating them to do something. Okay. And this is very broad because I don't want to give too many examples or whatever, because your motivation can be to do 1,000 things. All right. It can be to be generous. It can be to lose weight. It can be to get in shape. It can be to study the word more. It can be to find God. It can be to fix your family, like whatever the motivation is, it could be to start a business. I think that if you're waiting to see progress in order to motivate you, you won't be motivated. It's not gonna happen. You'll be like, you'll wait forever. All right. But you have to start first though. Find some motivation to start, which I think is inspiration. So find the inspiration to trigger the motivation within inside you, and then take that and then start, right? The journey though, that's a whole nother level where you have to stay motivated. And you can do that by continuing to do things that inspire you. All right. It's what are you feeding yourself? Okay. And then as things start to happen, you get more motivation. All right. So transparency. I started doing shorts. All right. My shorts on YouTube have way more views than the episodes. We're talking about at least 1,000. All right. I don't think I have a short. I have a short, like a few that's like 70, 80. But once I kind of figured out as I'm playing around with it, I'm practicing right now. I'm trying different times of the day, different days of the week. All right. How many in the week? there's no rhyme or reason, but I think there is a little bit. So as I'm playing around with it, I'm seeing that the majority of my shorts hit over 1,000 views, 1.4, 1.2, 1.8. The episodes 50, 60, 70 sometimes, 30, 20, 15 sometimes, right? But once I started doing shorts and I saw them going up, I was like, motivation, let's keep going. But I had already had it though. I already had the motivation to do the episode. And then I was just playing around being like, let me see. Attention spans are short. Let me 15 second this thing up. I saw the numbers jump almost immediately. I put one up and within a matter of 20 minutes, it had 900 views. That's crazy. For me, it was. I was like, I'm still learning the space, but I was like, and I'm on this short game. So I come and do long form because this is what I do. All right. Communication is my gift. It's my skill. The short forms, as I chop up what I say, shoot, that's me having fun now. I'm like, this is crazy. Like how fast this happens, but it's giving me more motivation. So as you do things in life, you'll find an inspiration, you'll get motivated. Hopefully you start moving. And hopefully things happen to keep you motivated. But don't think that you'll find the motivation along the way and then you'll start, because then you'll never start. All right. My man who writes scripts, if he was to stop writing because they don't get made, we wouldn't have made the last film we made. I mean, even though he made it himself, but still though, like, you have to keep some type of fire in you to keep you moving and to get you motivated. So what is it that's motivating you? So if you get the inspiration from outside of yourself, what internally motivates you? Is it a lack of, or is it fear? Is it just belief? My motivation comes from, I believe in myself. And my motivation also comes from the talents and skill sets that I have. My account don't match that. So I'm motivated to be like, I am going to prove it to myself that I can use the skills on which God has given me and not let them be dormant. All right. Don't waste your talent. Don't waste your skill set. He is giving these things to you for a reason, to get them out into the world. I believe once you start getting them out into the world, everything else that you really think you want, the money, the resources, the houses, like that stuff will come. So, but the lack thereof though is also a motivator because it frustrates me. So I'm like, man, I gotta keep going because I want to see the day when that happens. And I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. There's proof around me that I'm getting closer. Where I am right now in life, I'm getting closer. I see it. All right. So, and as I move closer, that continues to motivate me too. So ask yourself, what is it? Where are you drawing your inspiration from? Now that we've developed that they're separate things, inspiration and motivation. All right, but they work together though. What is it that's inspiring you? And what is it that you're doing internally to motivate you to get moving? And as you're moving along, what are you using to keep you motivated? Because don't ever quit. I don't care how old you get, man. Don't ever quit. We losing people left and right. We losing men too. You know what I'm saying? Like last year we lost my man from the Dallas Cowboys, committed suicide. So it goes to show that money and fame and notoriety and all that stuff don't make you happy. Something was missing from that man. Like, and it made me cry when I heard it. Like, I watch The Wire probably at least once a year because I think it's one of the greatest shows that ever hit TV. My man that played Ziggy in the season 2 killed himself. And if y'all know who he is, man, look him up. Like, he was probably one of the best actors on that whole season. And he did other stuff too, though. But in his 40s, killed himself recently. Last December 2025. Men, man, like, we don't get enough support, you know what I'm saying? Which that motivates me too, to keep going. That motivates me to get in here. It's funny because the loss of somebody can inspire me to get motivated to come in here to inspire you, to get you motivated to go do something. Because what we don't have, gentlemen, black, white, Asian, men, male, period, like we don't have no real support system. We don't. We supposed to get to it, period. Your wife, your girlfriend, the world, they want you to get up, go get to it, pay everything, take care of everything, fix everything, raise the kids, all of that. Be a man, look, you know what I'm saying, be fit too, like all of that. Don't nobody support us like that. And this went way left, but it's not way left though, because these are things that I find motivate me to keep doing stuff like this right here. All right, and we might get into that, man. I think I'm gonna do a whole men's series one day, man, because that's really heavy on me. We need more community, more fellowship, brothers. We need to start lifting each other up and stop competing against each other all the time. I think healthy competition is good so that we keep pushing and keep raising the bar, but together though, not like I'm better than you. Look what I have. Look at my chick. Look at my car. Look at my career. Like, you nuts, bro. Period. It's not helpful at all. So with that, man, I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't know how long this is, but I'm feeling it though. So usually when I start feeling it, which I always be feeling it, I try to stop so I can keep that in transition into the next week. And it gives me stuff to think about, man. Like, y'all think I come in here, I really listen to what I say as I'm saying it. You should try that this year too. Listen to what you're saying, what you're putting out there. That could be a form of motivation or lack thereof, what you're telling yourself. If you're telling yourself stuff that's going to keep you in a situation where it's not productive and it's defeatism and you're destroying yourself, you got doubt, how do you get motivated? So listen to what you're saying. I did it originally because I wanted to stop cursing. So I made sure every word out of my mouth was on purpose and intentional. Try that this year. Make everything you say intentional. And I guarantee you, by making everything you say intentional, everything you do will then be intentional. That's a bar. And with that, y'all know what to do, man. Listen, press the button, man. I love y'all. I really be like hyped up and have mad energy when I'm in here doing this. That's why I keep coming back. So love somebody, hug somebody. I probably got mad clips from this week, man, but we gonna come back. Till next time, we out.